Ladies and gentlemen, John here from Gilo's Forge. Just thought I'd do a little video for you today on starting a coke forge. I've been online, I've had a look. Don't seem to be too many videos on there, and I know that some people have sort of said that they're struggling firing up a coke forge. So the thing you got to remember with coke and how it's different to coal is coke itself doesn't actually burn, it requires air to keep the heat in. And once you remove the air, coke will go out pretty much. With coal will just keep burning. So I thought I'd do a little video quickly now so you can see how I start my coke forge, and hopefully it'll give you a little few hints and tips on starting yours. Okay, let's have a look at it. Right, as you can see, this is me coke forge. It's a side blast, what they call an old English style forge. I haven't fired this forge for a couple of days, so it's going to be damp. So the first thing I need to do is get on the bottom of the fire and get the clinkers out. Excuse the tea bag, chucked aside. But yeah, so I need to get the clinker out. The good thing about the old side blaster, you don't get too much clinker in the bottom, opposed to bottom draft forges. So we'll have a quick scrape out. Make sure everything's nice and clear. The bottom of my forge I've lined with fire brick. People use different things, people use sand, all sorts of stuff really. But clinker, or breeze, is that pretty much. And it's just basically the byproduct of it. It's a bit metally, it's all sorts of nasty stuff, and you don't want that in your fire. So we get that out. Fortunately, mine's quite clean, so you got to bother. So the trick is, hit your fire, get yourself right down the bottom of the pit. That's where you want to be. So let's jump a little bit, you can see a bit better. So you want to start your fire down here. This is where your fire will start, but by the time you got it running, your fire will actually be here. So the fire will be here, but the heat will be here. Okay, a bit of clinker there. Shut me rubbish away. So yeah, different techniques of doing it, but with me, what I use is a piece of rag, a bit of kindling wood, decent bit of kindling wood. A propellant is, some people agree with me, some people won't. All I say is be careful with that. You do it at your own risk. So what I would do first is put me a bit of rag in the bottom of the pot, low down as you can get it, give it a good squirt, something like WD-40, because it's not a fast burner. Match or a light is better, but unfortunately I've only got matches, so pretty much what I got. So let that take, as you can see. Take your bit of kindling and just plant it on there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to let that sort of take a little bit better, and then I'll come back to you. As you can see, the kindling is taking really well. You've got a nice sort of flame in there. So this is my bit of a rudimentary rake, but it's a rake. Just bring your coke in a little bit like that. Force them down, just start backfilling it a little bit. But don't smother it completely, just get it. As you can see, it's dulled back a little bit, but the flame's still there. So you want that to sort of take and start picking up on itself. If you can see, kind of see a little bit. I'll zoom you in a bit. See a little flame there, looking away at the back. Apologies for the terrible camera work. But give that some time, let it pick up. Unfortunately, this forge doesn't actually flue very well. Ooh, focusing went off. But as you can see, it's starting to take a little bit, which is nice. So you let that just sort of pick itself up, let it sort of bite in a bit more. So when you're confident that that's going to start and that's taken, you then start adding a bit more. There's different theories on what to do. People sometimes say you need a little funnel. Other people say you need, you need to completely smother the fire. What I tend to do is get some good embers going at the, with the wood, and then once you've got that set and that's burning nicely, then start applying your air and your heat and your coke, and your air. So it's taking there quite nicely. So I'll give it a bit more coke now. Trying not to completely smother the entire flame. That's what I just had was done. What we start doing as well now, take the spade, and I'll chuck a bit at the back. Now I've smothered that, so we're going to have that go and see if we can get the air on right. See there, as soon as I start putting air in it brings the smoke up. Now this hasn't been fired for a while, so it's going to be a little bit smoky for a minute. You're going to see it's damp. Now I'm sure there's purists and experts out there that say it shouldn't be like that. Unfortunately this is how I do it, and it works quite well for me. So I'll let it take a little bit better and I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, now I've cleaned the smoke has gone away a bit because the coke was quite damp. I don't know if you can see, quite not easy to see, but there are very slight embers coming through down here. What I have done is rake the fire back a little bit, because you see that come through there? Lovely. What I did do is I raked the fire back a little bit, just to give it half a chance. And as you can see now, flames are starting to lip up and what have you. The trick is to keep the airflow, get good airflow in there, keep the air coming. If you've got a hand crank, get on and crank it. I'm lucky I've got an electric fan, but like I said, give it time. As you can see, it's starting to clean itself up because coke obviously burns, just the smoke would burn. The rest of that you see around there, a bit of moisture coming out of the coke. But there you go, that's it pretty much. That's you fired up. Give it another 10-15 minutes with air on, let it really take well. And that is how you fire it up. Simple, isn't it, really? Well, hopefully this video is a little bit helpful for you if you're starting out, obviously with coke forging. Coke is a brilliant fuel to use for forging, for blacksmithing, for whatever you're into really. And the good thing about it, it's a clean burn, it's easy to work with, especially with the old English style side blast as well. You don't get too much clinker, so you don't really get too much wastage of your coke. Hopefully it's of use to you, hopefully it's a little bit educational. I'll be doing some more videos, more blacksmithing related videos. I'll make some knife, make some axe making stuff as well. So yeah, hopefully I'll get better at doing this, and if you like it, do please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. If you think I missed something or I missed a trick or you got anything you want to add to it, or even just comment on it, do please put in the comments below. Okay, thanks a lot, cheers.